Now I'm going on to the last chapter for this semester, and that is your chapter 9. Okay, now you will see that actually chapter 9 is a very long chapter, especially the 9b. Okay, we are going to learn what do we mean by income tax, a lot of things that we are going to learn. Okay, and I really need your cooperation by listening, because all this will not be repeated at the other levels. That means your set 2, set 3, set 4 don't have, but it's coming out in your O levels. Do you understand? Certain things we only do it now. Okay? Alright, now. Can we all now turn to page 36. All of you turn to page 36. I'm going to start the lesson now. Now, we are going to talk about something called ratio. I think you have done ratio in your primary school. Now, all of you look up now. Ratio is written as A is to B. These two must be positive whole numbers. It cannot be fraction, it cannot be decimal. We have to change it. Do you understand? Something is to something. Okay? Now, an equivalent form of fraction, of ratio, is actually A over B. Alright? But when we want it in ratio form, we don't write that. Okay, for example, all of you look up. 4 over 3 in ratio form is what? 4 is to 3. Understand? And I also want to emphasize that 3 over 4 is 3 is to 4. They are different. It doesn't mean they're the same number, everything is the same. Okay? Alright. So this is what we are going to do. And one more thing. Can we look at page 37? The green box there. A ratio is a way of comparing two or more quantities of the same kind that either have no units or are measured in the same units. Okay, for example, I have number of boys is to number of girls. They are all human beings, so there's no units. So if you have a cm is to meter, you must convert all to either cm or meter, then you change it to the simplest form. Is that clear? Okay, now next point. The ratio A is to B, where A and B are positive numbers, has no units. Now, what do you mean by that? Let me just show you. For example, all of you look up. I have 40 cm is to, let's say, 1 meter. This one are talking about length. Alright. But I must say 40 cm to what? What's 1 meter? 100 cm. Once they are in the same units, you drop the units. Okay? So this becomes what? 40 is to 100. Divide by 20. 2 is to 5. Until they are expressed in the same units, then you can drop the units. Understand? Otherwise, you cannot drop the units. Because 40 is to 1 is not the same as 2 is to 5, you know. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay? Alright. So, that's for this part here. Now, then we look at work example 1. Okay? I'm going to look at work example 1. Can all of you look at the board? Can all of you look at the board? Okay, this is a very simple question. Even the primary 6 is more difficult than this. Okay? There are 17 boys and 19 girls in the class. Find the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls. So this one is no problem. 17 is to 19, right? Because this is already in simplest form, we don't need to change. But if it's not in simplest form, we have to change to simplest form. prime numbers already. So that cannot change, okay? The number of girls to the number of boys. So 19 is to 17. Are we clear? Are we clear? Can all of us sit up straight and listen to me? Sit up straight and listen to me. Yes, okay. So, that is your work example 1. Okay? Now, I'm moving on. Alright? I'm moving on to work example 2. But I need to talk about equivalent ratios first. Just like equivalent fractions, if I have 2:1, it's the same as 6:1. 6 is 3. It's the same as 8:1. 4. As long as the simplest form is the same, they are equivalent, right? What's another example? 16 is to 8. How about 10 is to 5? Can or not? Equivalent, okay? Can? So all these are called equivalent ratios, just like we have equivalent fractions. Okay? Next, I want everybody to take out your calculator. Okay? Take out your calculator. Can we look at work example 2? I'm going to tell you how to use your calculator to simplify so that you do not waste time simplifying. Okay? All of you look at the board. 1/2 is to 5/6. Now, you just key 1/2 divide by 5/6. All of you key. Divide by 5/6. What's the answer on your calculator? 2, right? Do you agree 2 is 2/1? So this will be 2:1. That's how you get your answer. Understand? It's how you get your answer. Okay. Now, next. Can you key 0.12 divide by 0.56? All of you key now? Okay? The answer on the calculator is 3/14, right? But if you want the fraction, 3:14. Everybody clear? Hold first. I want to explain some more, then you ask me questions. Okay? That means for simplification, I don't know what I thought you also thought. For simplification, you just need to key divide. Then you get the answer. Okay, I want to ask you a question. What if I have this one? Can all of you key this one instead? Fourteen is to 3, right? Okay. Now, what if they say 3? 14 is to 3, yeah? So it's 4. 4/2, right? Now, if the answer is 4/2, excuse me, do you see 4/2 is to what? No. If the answer is 4/2, press the change again, change it to improper fraction. What's the improper fraction? 14 is to 3. Understand? So your answer cannot be a mixed number. It must be improper fraction, then you have this is to this. Understand? Everybody clear? Is this your question? No. Yes. It not say it is equivalent to. Okay? Understand here? Understand here? Yes or no? Okay, Alright, now, then I want to ask, can we leave the answer in this form? No. Can we leave answer in this form? No. A is to B, both must be whole numbers. Must be positive whole numbers. Clear? Okay. Good. Now, can I move on now? I will move on to example 3. All of you look at example 3. Okay? This is again very simple. Now, if you want to talk, right, permission granted, just get up. Talk outside. Don't irritate me. Alright. Find the ratio of 600 seconds is to what? 1.6 minutes. Now, this is still 600 seconds. Minutes change to second is times what? 60. All of you take 1.6 times 60. Huh? 90? 96 seconds, right? Correct. Now, once both are in seconds, we can drop the units. Press your calculator. 25 is to 4, right? Must always remember to give the answer in simplest form. Are we clear now? Are we clear? Okay, good. Now, next I'm going to tell you something that I want you to write down in your notebook. This one is I want you to write down in your notebook. Can all of you do that? For me, because in higher level you will need it. Okay, I want everybody to write this down. A is to B is 2 is to 3. All of you write down in your notebook. That means A over B is 2 over 3. Do you all agree? Yeah. This is the equivalent form, right? Okay. What if I cross multiply? 3A will be equals to 2B. Understand? Now, why do I want you to write this down is because a lot of you will think that if A is to B is 2 is to 3, this is 2A is to 3, wrong. Understand? Can you see what I'm talking about? It's wrong. If you put it in terms of fraction, then it cross multiply is the other way round. Do you get what I'm talking about? That's why I'm very, very worried that you will get this wrong. Everybody clear now? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Now, then I want to ask a question. If I say the amount of money A gets is to what? The amount of money B gets is 2 is to 3. Does it mean that A will get $2 and B will get $3? No, right? Can be other combinations, right? What other combinations? $20 and $30, right? Correct. It can also be what? 2 million and 3 million, right? Correct. So, if A and B is close to 3, it's actually 2 times a number, right? Is to 3 times the same number, correct? Yes or no? Okay, it's not necessarily just 2 is to 3. It's 2n is to 3n, you know. Correct? Just like if let's say n is 2, what will happen? This will be 4 is to what? 6. It's still 2 over 2 is to 3. Understand? If n is 1 million, of course it's 2 million is to 3 million. Do you understand? Understand? Yeah. Okay, then you tell me. I'll give you another scenario. C is to D is 4 is to 5. Is equivalent to what? 4. Let's say I say 4x. That is to what? 5x, right? Correct. We must times the same thing. Okay? It doesn't mean that this one will have $4, this one will have $5. It can be $40, $50, right? It can be $20, $25 also. Understand? Can I? So this is something that I need to establish right from the beginning. Okay? Alright. Now, next thing. Can we look at the next page? Okay. This part. This part, Next page, Now, this is already what I have taught you on the board. The ratio notation A is to B, where A and B are positive numbers, can be expressed in an equivalent form as A over B. Right, I told you already. Using ratios to compare two quantities of the same unit is equivalent to using fractions to compare the two quantities. That means A is to B is 5 to 7 is equivalent to A over B equals to 5 over 7. Are we clear? Are we clear? Okay? Alright. Now, then we are going on to example 4, which is rather difficult. Okay? I want all of you to take note here. Given that, I'm going to do A. 4x is to 9 is equals to 7 is to 3. Find the value of x. Don't try to solve it like that. It will never happen. Okay? This one I told you the equivalent form is like that. Now can you see that I can use cross multiplication already? What is this times this? 12x equals to 63. What is your x? 63 over 12. If I divide by 3, I get 9, and divide by 3, I get 4, right? So this will be a 9 over 4. Did I make a mistake? I made a mistake, right? What did I make? Yes, I divide by 3, this is what? 21. So this is a 21 over 4, right? My mistake there. Everybody okay? Alright. Now, next question. If you look at part B, it's even more strange. 3 is to y equals to 3 squared is to 2 squared. A lot of you will do this. Hello? Wow, 3 squared. And this one must be 2 long. Correct? Just compare. No. We must do the same way. Okay? This one is 3 over y is what? What's 3 squared? 9. What is 4 squared? 4. Can you see? I'll do cross multiplication again. 9y equals to 12. Y equals to 12 over 9. 4 over 3. So y will be 4 over 3. Are we clear here? Are we clear here? Yes or no? Yes, okay. Next, I want to look at practice now 2. Sorry, practice now 4. And also look at question number 2. This one. I'm going to show you. Can you take down in the notebook? I want everyone to take down in the notebook. I said already, if you think you have passed WA2 and then you are like fantastic, then that's wrong. Okay? Alright. Given that, alright, the wrong question. Given that what? 3x over 8 is 9y over 4. Find the ratio of what? X is to y, not x over y. X is to y. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a cross multiplication. What does this give me? 12x equals to 72y, right? No, this is times. I bring over become what? Divide. This one is times. I bring over become like that. Can you see it? Yes or no? This one is times. I bring over become divide, right? This one is times. I bring over become divide, right? Am I right? Okay. Haven't finished yet. Simplest form. Divide by what? Divide by 12. What do I get? 6 over 1, right? Now, this is not the answer. What did the question want? X is to y. So what should it be? 6 is to 1. You cannot leave like that. It's wrong. They want it in terms of ratio. Is everyone clear? Is everyone clear? Yes or no? Yes, Okay. Now, I have example 5, example 6, example 7, and example 8. Okay? Now, I need you to do some questions for me in the notebook before you come for the next lesson. Will that be okay? Alright, all of you to do this in your notebook. I see. 9 what? 9. Now, I have done until practice now 4, right? Correct? I'll be doing work example 5 the next lesson. Can I borrow a pencil? Pencils? Okay. Thank you. Alright. I will stop here. Listen up. Jalen, can you stop the video? Can you please do these questions for me in your notebook?